Good morning, crew. I am fixing to head out for MRI, waiting for the hubby to pick me up from dropping the kids off at school. But Christmas has exploded in the Holt home. Let me give you a quick tour before I talk to you about where my mind is at right now. So I have set the table because who doesn't like a holiday vibe mixed with Halloween candy? And of course, I had to upgrade the coffee bar. Candy cane lane, guys. All of the candy cane vibes. Gingerbread, spice, everything nice. I'm loving it. I've got all of my Christmas mugs out. And then of course, the tree, which we're not done with. Also, Brandon's, look at how cute this is. This is an apron from when Brandon was a boy. Isn't that so sweet? And then we're not done with the tree yet, but we have the train that I put on the tree since the kids were babies. And we've got all of our family ornaments we're fixing to put on tonight with the tree topper. But in case you're wondering why we've already started with Christmas decor, it's because I wanted everything to be up for my family before I start treatment, so they don't have to worry about it. Okay, so I'd show you the rest of the house, but we're still decorating, so I thought this was a great place to do the video. I'm fixing to head to a breast MRI, and we are believing God that it is going to prove that that second mass is indeed gone. The lymph node came back negative. We talked about that. So if this mass proves to be gone, we only have one tumor to worry about, which means we can possibly save my breast. And I believe God is in the midst of this. I believe He is doing a miracle. He's already been doing a miracle. He's already been working on my behalf. So where's my brain at right now? Where's my mind at? I'd be lying if I said this week hasn't been hard. Tomorrow I go and get my port put in my chest. I will insert a picture right here of what that looks like. And what this does is it helps them to not have to poke my veins every time I go in for treatment. Also, the kind of chemo that I'm getting cannot go straight into your veins, so it has to be given through a port. This thing is going to be with me for 5 months, and I kind of feel like I'm losing control of my body. Sunday, I think that's when it hit me that I only have a couple more days with this body without any foreign objects in it, without cancer telling me how I'm gonna live my life. And I kind of got into a dark place and had to really pray. Monday, I interceded and just prayed and read scripture and really started realizing the only thing I'm in control of once that happens is my mind. And I refuse to go into a cage. I refuse to go into a dark place. I refuse to not be in control of my belief system. My body may be out of my control at the moment as I go through this process, but my mind is always mine. And I can control the thoughts. I can control the imaginations. I can control my belief system. It's been a tough thing to kind of cope with. When you think to yourself you're going through 5 months of a process you didn't choose to necessarily go through. Feeling like in a way your life's kind of on pause for 5 months. I start chemo in 6 days. 6 days, guys. I'm almost down to one hand of counting. That's... I'll give you guys more information on that later, but it's just overwhelming, you know, not feeling like I'm in control all the way, but my mind is mine, and I'm going to continue to find joy in the moments find joy in the midst of this journey. And let me show you something I've been doing. My husband gave me this journal on our wedding day. Anybody who knows me knows I journal every single day. My book Unfiltered starts out with unedited, unfiltered journal entries during the darkest times of my life. And I never felt peace to use it until this moment. And the moment I was diagnosed and the doctors said I had cancer, I decided to start a finding joy in the journey journal, like how I just did that there. And this is going to be something my kids can read and look back on during trauma, during pain, during a life-defining moment, and see how we found joy in the moments. And I'm doing Polaroid pictures. This is my first chemo cut. And I kind of just explained the joyful moments that we've had. This is us on family vacation. It's something they can look back on and see my genetic test coming back negative. You know, just different little things. Let me skip up here. Our Halloween night, putting my hair to good use. I was Sandy Grace. And so something they can find and look back on and see how, wow, trauma does not have to determine the pace of your life. It does not have to determine the outlook on your life. You can find joy in the moment. This is something they'll look back on and see how their mom made a determination, made a decision to not allow the dirt of her life to define her, but to celebrate it and find joy in the journey, because destiny is being created. So that's something fun I'm doing. What else? Brandon and I had a meltdown the other day, Sunday morning, same day that I had my meltdown. He just came in from taking the kids to school, so I had to pause it for a second. But my husband and I have been on a 2-year journey for babies, baby Holt. And I have been standing on a promise that we will have 3 more kids. Are we crazy? I don't know, but that's what God promised me. That's what he promised me. And not adopted kids. We wouldn't mind adopting, but God's promised me that we will have biological children together. And we've dealt with infertility for 2 years on Brandon's side. And now that I am on a Zoladex shot that shuts my ovaries down and it puts me into medically induced menopause, I have been feeling some cramping. That's all. I haven't had any of the other side effects they say I should have. None. No hot flashes, no mood swings, no woman stuff. Not had any of that. I've only had a little bit of cramping, but it hit us Sunday morning that we were in the process of discussing IVF, and now everything is on pause. They say that I will be on hormone therapy for 5 to 10 years after this journey, which will put a baby on hold for 5 to 10 years. I don't accept that. Call me crazy, but God is bigger than that, and I don't believe I will have to wait that long for my sons. But it's hit us that now it's not just his side that's stopping us. It's now my side, my healthy side. My body was healthy other than this one thing. I've never had issues with that. That's the one glimmer of hope I held on to as I got all my blood work done, got all my stuff checked, and the doctor said that I am a picture of health, that there's no issues with me conceiving a child, and now being put in this position where I'm going through treatment and it's impossible to get pregnant. It just kind of puts a little bit more of a heaviness on that side of our journey. I want a child so bad. I've peed on sticks every day for the past 28 months. I want to give my kids another sibling. They ask me all the time when we're having babies. But I know the promise still stands. I know that God is still in control. He saw this before he ever promised us a kid, and he knows. So that's where I'm at, keeping my mind right, not getting trapped in the cage of imaginations that are contrary to what the word says. I may not be in control of this at the moment, but I am in control of this, and God is working this out. So today I get the MRI. I'm believing for good news. Tomorrow I get my port, and Friday I get my second chemo cut. And I am 6 days away from chemo. I'm gonna take you along with me. I win. Alissa wins. Team Alissa wins. Unfiltered Fight Crew, I love you guys. Thank you for uplifting me. Thank you for being there with me, and let's kick cancer's tail. Morning. I thought about getting dressed and ready before this video, but the truth is this whole process is unfiltered, so I'm just gonna kind of process my thoughts this morning. Today I get my port put in. It is the very thing that will go with me through this journey for 5 months, and hopefully make my life a little bit easier. Yesterday was really difficult for me, just kind of thinking about this whole day, because it's the day everything changes, but it's the day that the promise still remains the same. I may be starting a physical journey, but the spiritual battle has already been done. Jesus already paid price for it. He already did the work. He already said it is finished. And that's what I'm keeping my mind on today. That's what I'm focusing on. That's what I choose to meditate on. The fact that the work has already been done for the tumor that sits in my chest. I have to remain in control of my mind. I cannot allow thoughts of negativity and defeat and hopelessness to overwhelm me and consume me when the life of God already lives inside of me. Romans 8:11 says that the resurrection life of Christ lives inside of me and quickens my dying body and raises it to life. How can death reside in the same place that life lives? And that's where my mind is this morning. I find joy today, where yesterday it was difficult. Today I find joy. There is so much Jesus in this journey, and people are going to be in the midst of a movement that God is creating. And it started with a mountain. It started with something so hopeless, but God is doing work. And although this is a very surreal time, I find so much joy today. So my surgery is at 11:30. I have to be there, and they say it's about, I think they said a 30-minute procedure, and I go home same day. So here we go. Okay, crew, we are at the hospital, and we're gonna take you on this little journey. Maybe my mom will video some crazy doped up side effects. Oh, God. We have a lot of those throughout our years, so if you guys only knew. Mom, do you have some crazy stories? What's one thing I love to do when I'm doped up?
Oh, God, dance.
Dance. I love to dance.
Dance. She loves to dance. Oh, Lord.
And I love to tell the doctors to dance with me.
Yes, it's scary.
Okay, well, here we go. Okay, guys, we are here. The IV is in. I specifically prayed this morning that they would get it first stick, that my veins would not roll, and that I would have a great nurse, and that's exactly what happened. So we have several hours of waiting. My mom seems thrilled. And, oh, can we just talk about her ID badge? Get it close. Okay, so her hand is clearly over her face, like this. And they have a mask on.
They told me to move it down to take a picture, so I did this. But she took the picture before, so.
And so your hand was like this.
Yeah. It's like,
And I'm like,
whatever.
what's the point of the ID badge? Anyway,
Weird.
we are here. We've got a couple hours to wait, but we're ready. Well, we've been here since 11:30. It's 2:30. I've been marked for them to insert the port right here. These are the incisions that they'll make. I'm ready to get this done. But I have good news to share with you guys when I come out. I am done with surgery, and look what I came home to. Letters from my girls and husband, flowers, and a cuddle bear for chemo to take with me because I have to do it alone. They don't allow anybody to go back with the patients, but so sweet. Okay guys, I am home. My port is in. Here it is. It's hard under there. That's where they'll put the needle in and do the chemo. I've got a tube running up my neck down into my heart. It does feel really weird to move my neck because I can feel that, and obviously it's a foreign object, so it's a little sore, but I'm feeling great. Everything went without a hitch. It was flawless. It was just a good day. I just got off the phone with my doctor who wanted to confirm with me some more stuff, but he did announce to me at before the surgery that 2.1 centimeter tumor is gone. God is doing miracles in the midst of this. There is a movement taking place, and I didn't expect anything less. I'm super excited to hear that, and you know, miracles still do happen. And he did say that tumor was there. It was evident. There was no question. It was there on the mammogram. It was there on the sonogram. It was not existent on the MRI. And he just called me. I just got off the phone with him. He was checking on me, and he wanted to reaffirm the fact that he said, you know what? I want you to know that it has been years since I have seen a tumor that size just disappear. He said, I want you to understand. He's a tongue-talking, believing doctor. He said, but I want you to understand I am believing that God is doing a work in your body, and he is up to something. He said that tumor is gone. We already see him moving on your behalf. And he said, I haven't seen something like that happen in a while. And so it's just really awesome to know God is already working things out. They did find a lymph node in my armpit that seemed to be a little bit enlarged, but they don't expect that to be anything. They said I just got a biopsy done, so it could just be inflamed from that because it wasn't there before. So we're going to do a imaging on that just to make sure it's good. If not, I'll have to do a biopsy on that. And then there's another little thing inside my breast they found on the MRI that they believe is just inflammation from the biopsy as well, but I'm pretty much going to have to do a biopsy on that just to be safe. So we're looking at 1 for sure biopsy, 2 possible, another extra one possibly. But God is moving. Everything is great. I am home, gonna rest, and yeah, so subscribe to this if you have not subscribed already so you can see all the behind the scenes of this process. Go follow me on Facebook and Instagram. All my stuff is right here. And Team Alissa wins. I'll see you guys later.